Hello, everyone. I hope you're staying safe at home. That's Autism Awareness Month. The boys and we put together a little video production because we're not together to present, to kind of just go over different things about autism and just spreading awareness. And for myself, I'll be going over the history of autism, prevalence, and as well some statistics. So, um, for history, the term autism was first coined and first used in 1908 by a psychiatrist named Eugene Bueller. And he came up with this after he saw some children acting a little off normal. They were self-absorbed, and that's where he got the term autism from. While he did not do a lot of research on it, he just coined the term. Later on, like 30 or so years later, the pioneers of the research and studying and kind of learning more about it, this is where it kind of really took off about learning about autism, was Hans Asperger and Leo Kanner. These two did a lot more studying and research into autism. Now, prevalence. Prevalence is pretty much everywhere. The CDC said after multiple data charts, sources, statistics, and studies all showed no matter the location or ethnical group, it's normally around the same with children who are affected with autism. While the prevalence over the past decade or so has been skyrocketing, it's been getting a lot higher. Then the CDC claimed and stated in 2014, autism affects probably 1 in 54 kids, which is it's a high number. It's a real thing. Statistics on it: for every one girl that is affected, 4.3 boys are affected. So it's very much more prevalent in guys. And then in America alone, there's over 3.5 million Americans who are affected and have autism. And the prevalence, this is a pretty crazy statistic, I think. From the year 2000 to 2010, this study showed the prevalence had increased by over 120%. Because back in 2000 when they did it, 1 in 150 children were affected with autism, while in 2010, 1 in 68. So you can see it drastically got higher than it was prior a decade before. The CDC stated that autism is the fastest growing developmental disability, and autism services cost, so for taxpayers, between 236 and $262 billion annually, which would mean yearly. So it's a very real thing, and there's research on it and just a lot of stuff still happening, but just wanted to spread a little bit of awareness with history, prevalence, and some statistics on it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
My name is Braden Roberts, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys a little bit about the challenges that kids who are diagnosed with autism face in the classroom. So, one of the first challenges that kids who are diagnosed with autism face is sensory dysfunction. Sensory dysfunction is things like flashing lights and loud noises. So, things such as buzzes or alarms can make someone who's diagnosed with autism feel anxious. So environments like sporting events are not the best environments for kids diagnosed with autism because all the whistles and alarms can really cause anxiety. The next thing I want to talk about is social communication. It's very difficult for kids with autism to understand when someone's playfully joking or being sarcastic. They're not serious about something, or understanding facial expressions and kind of determining whether you're being serious with them or not. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is routines. So people who have autism are very used to their routines. They like to do things systematically, like day to day. So it's hard for them to plan far ahead for like multi-step projects that they're going to do, or like a summer vacation or things like that take a lot of planning ahead of time that's not close to the present. So some of the solutions to help these kids is knowing their strengths in the classroom, knowing what they're good and what they're bad at. You can use their strengths obviously to help them learn. When you're working with kids with autism, they're usually more visual learners, so it's better to show them things while you're teaching them. Another thing that would be really good to have is a teacher aide for the student, so that if the student feels overwhelmed, they feel like they have a place where they can go and get away from that and be alone and gather themselves and feel safe. Um, and the next thing that they can do is have them learn their environment or their surroundings. Maybe not when everyone is around, so that they feel comfortable like they've been there before.
Hey everyone, my name is Josh Ballum. I'm a senior at North Valley Christian Academy, same school you guys go to. And today with 3 of my other classmates, we will be sharing to you guys facts about autism for Autism Awareness Day. Now, I like to bring up a lot of times when we think about autism, we only think about the struggles that people with autism may experience and the hardships they have to go through in their everyday life, when in reality there are so many positives and great things that people with autism are able to do that people without autism aren't able to. Now, a commonly believed myth about autism is that people with autism they have intellectual disorder, or they have a harder time learning in school. Now, this isn't always true. A lot of times people with autism have a higher IQ. They are able to retain knowledge better, pick up little things. They're able to learn languages easier. They're able to see patterns, puzzles. They are able to just do very phenomenal things with their mind that a lot of people would struggle with. Now, an example of this would be Nikola Tesla. He is a world-renowned inventor, and he invented so many different things, along with helping with the invention of the light bulb, which everyone has in their own home. Now, he was believed to have autism, and the things he was able to do were truly phenomenal. He was able to learn 8 different languages. He could read books and recall them with ease. He wouldn't even struggle to remember what he just read. He would be able to pick up calculus by himself. But the main point about Nikola was he was really creative, and that is something that is known across everyone that has autism, is their creativity. Now, this is also seen in 2 other people that were believed to have autism, which is Albert Einstein and Steve Jobs. Now, both these people are both extremely talented, and they were inventors that we all know about. They have done great things to society, and it is just truly amazing to see with their creativity what they're able to do. And this is something that is very common that plays a role in people with autism. And so that is all I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you, and have a good day.